A devastating turn of events. Bryan Kohberger's plea in the Idaho murders. What friends are saying. The indictment of Bryan Kohberger for the chilling murders of 4 University of Idaho students has left his childhood friends, who have been following his legal battles, in a state of disbelief. Wednesday's court hearing revealed that Kohberger chose to plead guilty to the fatal stabbing of 4 young adults in November 2022. A plea that shockingly spared him from facing the death penalty. "I can't deny it. I was completely taken aback yesterday," shared Casey Arntz, 32, via text on Thursday. "It makes me wonder if he ever had dark impulses towards me or others. Were we only spared because we were close to him?" Casey and her brother Thomas have known Kohberger since childhood, growing up together in a small community in the Pocono Mountains. After high school, drug addiction created distance between the old friends. Although he overcame his heroin addiction, they had not communicated for years. His shocking arrest in his parents' Pennsylvania home in December 2022 was a moment of disbelief. The same friend they remembered from their teenage years, who had a keen sense of observation and a sharp wit, had now been accused of a crime that captured national attention. The tragic incident claimed the lives of Madison Mogan and Kaylee Gonfalves, both 21, and Xana Kernodle and Ethan Chapin, both 20. The community was left reeling when Kohberger confessed to killing the students using a fixed-blade knife, which he purchased on Amazon months before the crime, and later transported to Washington State University, where he was enrolled in a PhD program. The knife was left at the crime scene along with his DNA. To avoid a potentially harsh sentence at trial, Kohberger entered a guilty plea to all 4 counts of first-degree murder and a charge of felony burglary. This plea means he will be sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole or appeals. The formal sentencing will occur on July 23rd. Donna Yazwick, Kohberger's high school guidance counselor, expressed disbelief upon hearing the news. "I genuinely hoped he wasn't the one responsible for these tragic deaths," she wrote in an email. "I prayed his family finds a way to heal from this nightmare, and I also wish that the victims' families can find the closure they desperately need." For Jack Bayless, 31, the guilty plea from his former friend removed any lingering doubts about his guilt. If he pled guilty, it means he did it. He stated, "If he were innocent, he would fight it." Despite his proven ability to overcome his drug addiction and find a sense of purpose, Kohberger's fascination with understanding criminal minds may have driven him to test the boundaries of his own dark curiosity, according to Bayless. "I suspect he sought to experience what it's like to get inside the mind of a killer firsthand." Casey Arntz expressed mixed feelings about the resolution of the high-profile case. She empathized with the victims' families who were aggrieved that the death penalty was no longer an option. However, she felt that the plea bargain was the best outcome for all involved. "Although I'm appalled by his actions, I believe this resolution provides some measure of release. He's now behind bars for life. Let the authorities handle him." Thomas Arntz shared his sister's sentiments, feeling a sense of relief that the plea guaranteed Kohberger would not walk free. "I'll pray for the victims' families and also for Kohberger's parents, who are undeserving of this nightmare." From Ben Roberts' perspective, his former criminology classmate's guilty plea was a long overdue development. "Given the facts and evidence, I feared a lengthy trial would be necessary, but this resolution was unexpectedly timely and welcome." As the case moves forward under a gag order, the University of Idaho and Moscow's mayor had expressed hopes for healing and closure as the community grapples with the aftermath of this heartbreaking crime. Despite gaining some sense of resolution, one profound question remains. Why did Bryan Kohberger decide to take the lives of these 4 promising individuals? What could possibly justify such actions? Time will tell, and the conversation about the motivations behind this tragedy will continue. What are your thoughts on the case and its implications? Share your opinions and insights below.